In this video, I'm going to show you the 7 things you need to avoid when starting a new business. I will also show you why an online business, in my opinion, is so much better than an offline business. My name is Ono, and welcome to my channel, Work with Ono. The first thing you want to avoid when starting a new business is not having a target audience. I have 2 failed businesses under my belt, so I'm speaking from experience. One of the biggest mistakes you can ever make is not having a target audience. Some people call this buyer persona or customer avatar, but it means the same thing really. So why is it so important to have a target audience? It's because in your business, you need to have a clarity. You need to know what kind of products to develop for your ideal customers. You need to know what kind of research you need to do, the age group that you're shooting for, and all these kind of things. Also, it will cut down on your ad budgets by a lot because you will know exactly what to put in an advertisement for your ideal customer. I will talk more about buyer persona in the next few videos, so stay tuned and subscribe. The next thing you want to avoid when starting a new business is having zero financial education. You need to understand at least the financial basics for your business to run smoothly. So you need to have a detailed plan of at least 6 to 12 months of what kind of expenses that you need to pay, wages for your workers, or the rental that you need to make in advance. Because in my personal example, I wanted to start an offline restaurant business, and there was a space that I wanted to rent, but they only allow for 24 months rent in advance. At that time, I only have enough money for 12 months, but then I did not calculate exactly what I needed to cut down. So it was the biggest mistake that I made because I forced myself to take on the 24 months rent, and then I sacrificed a lot of the other expenses, which is why you should avoid this. You need to have the financial basics. You need to have a detailed plan, okay? Also, the next step is that you need to make a new bank account for just your business. A lot of starting entrepreneurs forget about this. They mix all their earnings into their personal savings account, which is a big no-no because you will get mixed up. And the best thing is to have a new bank account so that you understand the inflow and outflow of cash so that you can manage your money much better. Number 3 on the 7 things you need to avoid when starting a new business is not having a business plan. I know this may sound obvious, but a lot of people who start a new business do not have a business plan, which is what I did when I was starting, which was a really big mistake. You cannot monitor your progress and you cannot adjust if you do not have a business plan. Like my geography teacher used to say, failure to prepare is preparing for failure. So you need to have a business plan. I'm not talking about a corporate style kind of business plan here. At least you need to have a timeline of what you want to achieve. So let's say you start a new clothing business. You need to have a timeline. So let's say you in 3 months time you want to achieve this much. In 6 months you want to achieve this much. So that when the actual outcome doesn't match your plan, you can monitor and you can adjust accordingly. This is what I mean by a business plan in general. Okay, you need to have a business plan. Next on the list is avoiding outside help. When starting a new business, you need all the help you can get. So you need to remove your ego and you need to ask for help, professional help. So in my case, in my failed restaurant business, I have all the cooking down because I know that I have the skills in the cooking. Me and my wife, we can cook, all right? But then what about the management stuff? What about the financial skills? What about the marketing skills? I need all the help that I can get, but I avoided all outside help, which is why this is also one of the biggest downfalls when starting a new business. Number five on the top seven things you want to avoid when starting a new business is setting the wrong price. You want to have that balance of having affordable goods, but then you don't want to have too cheap of a price on your goods, because then you won't have the profit margin that you need for your business to be able to grow. You need to be able to calculate exactly, precisely, and accurately the cost of each goods that you are going to sell. In every industry, the rule of thumb for profit margin is different. So in the restaurant business, the rule of thumb for the profit margin is 100% of the cost of goods. So let's say that the cost of selling one rice bowl is $3, then you need to at least put the price point on $6, because that's the minimum margin for the food industry, 100%. That's just a rough rule of thumb. But you need to make sure that the cost of that rice bowl that you're gonna make is $3 or under. Because if it's over $3 and you're selling it for $6, your margin will decrease, and that will mean that you are setting the wrong price for your goods. Number six on the list is no online marketing. This is very important, because this is why online business is much better than an offline business. This is one of the reasons why. Marketing is basically the tactics and strategy of selling. In every business, marketing is a must. So if you have a business and you only have offline marketing, it's okay, it may work, but it won't be as efficient as if you have online marketing alongside your offline marketing in order to complement each other. In my example of my offline restaurant business, at the time I only have offline marketing. So let's say I print out flyers and brochures, which is a good thing. I also have big neon signs, and I have a flower bouquet on the grand opening. All this is considered offline marketing. But the biggest mistake I made was not having an online marketing team. What online marketing team means things such as list building, email marketing, and also social media marketing. This is one of the big ones, because back in my place, which is Jakarta, social media marketing is a huge thing. People can drive traffic from online to offline businesses using social media. So this is one of the biggest reasons why I think that online business is much better than offline business. Now, what I want to share with you is a different business model that is more sustainable, and one that you can start today. It's really simple. It's called affiliate marketing. What it is basically just finding a group of people online who are looking for a specific digital product and then delivering it to them. You get a commission every time you sell a product. You can get as high as 70% commission depending on the product that you sell. If you're interested, I have a completely free video training series that you can check out in the description box below. No pressure, but I really believe this business model can change your life. The last thing you want to avoid when starting a new business is failure to adapt. Times change, and your business needs to change along with the times. The best businesses have ways for their business to adapt to the times. So what I'm saying is not changing completely the product of your business. So let's say you are running your family business of having a restaurant. So what I mean by failure to adapt is not changing the main dish that is the most popular for generations. So if your restaurant is famous for this dish, you don't have to remove the dish completely. What I mean is tweak the dish so that you have the main dish, but also you have a new dish, which is a variation of the main dish that is so famous for your restaurant. This is called tweaking, not changing. This is why a lot of businesses fail, because they They fail to adapt to the changing times. You need to remember to have a business that is robust and sustainable. Welcome back to the inspiration segment where I introduce to you one influential person and one key concept by that person that you can apply to your daily life instantly. Today's person is Lewis House. Lewis House grew up in Delaware, Ohio, and when he was little, he attended special needs classes. So, in his mind, the only way he can excel in life is to be the best athlete that he can be. Almost played professional football, but then he had a career ending injury. So, after 1.5 years of sleeping on his sister's couch, fighting through depression and isolation, he started to think about how he can make his life better. So he started reaching out via LinkedIn to highly accomplished people for their success stories. So these interviews are what led him to create his first podcast show in 2013, which is called The School of Greatness, and until today it's over 1,000 episodes and it has 100 million downloads, which is very impressive. Lewis House is recognized by the White House and President Obama as the top 100 entrepreneurs under 30. One key concept from Lewis House is that the most powerful currency in the world is having power over your emotions. Not stuffing your emotions, not saying they don't exist, but expressing them in a healthy way and in a healthy environment. Once you are able to do this, you will notice that having power over your emotions will, will lead you to have incredible shift in every areas of your life. So you need to practice this every day. It's like a muscle. So you need to practice every day until you are good at it. And this is the most powerful currencies in the world. What is up, everyone?
What I what if
What is up, everyone?
what if everyone?
My name
My name
is
is
Caitlin. Oh, no, okay. Welcome to my channel.
Welcome to Tana Taking.
Bye bye.
Bye.
Okay.